I'm guessing.
All right, we're live. We're live. Today is Thursday. Happy Thursday, Danelle.
Happy Thursday.
From beautiful Steamboat. You're in Steamboat Springs, right? Is that where you're at?
Springs. Yeah, look, you can see it. Here it is.
Yeah, I had a friend that moved out there years ago, and just all the pictures. I'm like, wow, that place looks pretty. I don't ski, but I'm being told that I'm missing out on a really cool part of life that is skiing. So
well, it's like you love your body, jiu-jitsu. This is another level of torment that is very fun. And yeah, but it's the older I get, the less I do it, the more I come in here.
Yeah. Do you prefer snowboarding or skiing?
Yeah, we're a snowboard family.
Okay.
Once you snowboard, you never go back.
Okay. I did not know that.
Yeah, it's a new thrill. Everybody should learn to ski. I love to ski, but once we all got on boards, it was pretty fun.
I'm gonna have to take a trip. One of my dear clients, Mickey Seeley, up north of the Seeley Auto Group, he is skiing all the time. I'm gonna go north and check that out. And so hey, thanks for taking your time. I know you're traveling, doing the things, and you made some time to jump on live. And also thank you for next week, because you're closing out our first day keynote. So we greatly appreciate you. So for those that don't know, next Tuesday, the 17th and the 18th, we are bringing thought leaders in the industry. And I was just talking to Danelle about this. Like, I was looking at this list of people, and we have like legit subject matter experts in each segment: fixed ops, F&I, leadership, human psychology, sales. Danelle, what are you going to bring? Like, I know you bring it every day. Every time I talk to you, you're bringing it. But what are you bringing to the automotive sector next week?
You know, it's been an interesting season of my life to have trained in all of these industries, but latched on to the automotive world like nothing else. It truly has become a light. I think because I found most of myself and similar qualities, human characteristics, ambition. It was like a mirror when I got into the auto industry. So tomorrow or next week, the 17th, 18th, as you have a lineup of greats, right? I'm going to be there all day. I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be summarizing. I'm going to be filling gaps of things that I thought and wanted to say and share in this industry. I think the industry is at a position where they are ready to move and shake like they never have before. I think some of my early notices about the auto industry is they have all of these innovative ideas. They have all of these powerful human beings behind these ideas, but they also have a huge sense of committed to foundational, historical ways of how they do business that have a hard time changing, right? And I'm going to speak to that. I'm going to speak to how, as human beings, we love innovation, but we don't crave change, and why we should, and how to blend the two beautifully. Because I think foundational, historical, legacy moves that have been made in dealerships for years need to stay. But how do we bring innovation into that in a season where it's massively important for us to exist and continue to grow and scale? I think there are challenges right now in the automotive space that there shouldn't be, from a simple mindset perspective, from leaders. And so, you know me, I don't mess around. I'm probably going to be extremely direct, a little hammerish, because, you know, you've built, Adam, like a remarkable lineup of experts, not like fluff. They're not like a bunch of people you'd go hug at an event. They're like, here's the facts, the states of the case are this. And so I feel like that should be rounded out with some of the greatest truths that I've seen from outside the industry and inside the industry, and how to create personal and professional change like a champion.
I love that. I'm jacked because it's one of those things. If nothing changes, nothing changes, right? And going into 2025, I mean, I don't want to be here, right? I don't want to be here.
Right.
There's places to go and people to see, right? So I'm excited to hear. And by the way, too, this thing is possible because of AGWS, Reynolds and Reynolds. I was just talking literally yesterday to my executive at Reynolds and Reynolds, Jeff Dion. I was telling him the people who were on this lineup. He's like, "You've got to be kidding me." So I want to go through the lineup real quick. We've got I am a little biased on one of these individuals, but we've got Paul Brown, my Paul Brown. He is going to bring some elite level. I don't know if y'all know this, like he's our like OEM director. He's running it. Like he is an income development savant. So he's going to bring 45 minutes of A-level stuff, right? We've got Ali Rita. Some may know, and most do. He's the number one.
If they don't, where have they been?
Yeah. Well, you've got Ali and Frank Crenity, two of the top in the world. I'm gonna have a fun little interview with them. We're gonna have some fun. That's gonna happen.
I love it.
And then
we've got high class. These really are like the best. How'd you got everybody to say yes? That means you're the master salesperson.
Well, I got my black belt in jiu-jitsu earlier this year, so people are kind of like threatened by that. So Glenn Lundy, he's going to come in and bring his heat. I'm excited about his session. Evan Walters has got an F&I session. John Fairchild has a fixed ops session. We've got Joe St. John, and then my boy Jonathan Dawson, and last but not least, elite F&I trainer Bobby Hobbs. So that's I mean, we've got 2 days, and we're going to be very intentional. This content's intentional. It's designed to help you grow, because I think 2025 starts now. What do you think? I think it's
it's like everyone who sets a New Year's resolution. Well, they're done by day 8. It's because they start the year how they finished the last one. We're already on January, folks, right? Like my plans are all done. We know our numbers. We know every estimation. We've even called the foundations we're giving to in 2025, December, and said, hey, here's our extra that we're earning that we're going to be giving to you. Like we're so ahead of the game. That's how you win the race, right? I think Ben Stock, right? He always asked me one time, he said, how'd you do this so young? I was like, thank you. Number one. Number two, I said, I just learned faster than my competition. And that's what this is about. Like, I just learned faster. That's what we're doing. Like, do everything before you think you should, right? 2025 looks like your last 90 days.
Yeah. And it's important too, to forecast now, right? We should be doing it already, right?
Yeah.
Because we blink. I was just sitting here looking, like, because I got a little Christmas shopping still to do, unfortunately. We're like getting to hit Christmas here if we blink. Like we're at Christmas.
I think somebody said it's like 14 days. Is that right?
Yeah. If we do this.
Or 10 days. 10 days.
We're gonna blink in NADAs here. And one thing too, that the thing that I see, and you're in automotive making waves and you see it, is you learn something valuable from somebody valuable.
Yeah.
And in the moment, it's like, cool, that's awesome. You're awesome. Thank you. But then that idea just sits there, and it's just an idea. There's no action taken on it. I mean, why do you think that is? I mean, why? Why do you think that really is, Danelle? Because if you gave me the answer to the test and I chose not to use it, I mean, I'm self-sabotaging myself.
Right. I always tell people, okay, this is a great question. This is like the number one most unanswered question for entrepreneurs or salespeople or people who are looking to move forward, right? It's like you're sitting there all the time looking at what you want. Here you are. Here's where you want to be. You see it. You can't not see it. You're capable of more. The greatest pain for an ambitious human being is underachieving. So it's like, there's myself right there. Here's what I am, right? I can ask people right now, I go, what do you want? They'll tell me quite clearly what they want, right? And I'll go, okay, well, what's one thing you could do every single day? And if you did it every day, you'd be closer to it. They always tell me that answer too. I've never had anyone like be stumped there. And I'll go, so you know what you want. You also know how to go get it. But how many of you haven't done it yet? Why haven't you done it yet? And they're like, right? And they sit there and I said, well, here's what I call it. Here's where you are. Here's where you want to be. This little place right here that keeps you from doing this is what I call my gap of crap. Okay. I call it something.
I love that.
Here we are live. Okay. This gap of crap is filled with the same thing I hear from billionaires, millionaires, salespeople, admin assistants. They're all the same. Doubt, fear, the unknown, no time, right? They give you the same BS all day. And I go, oh gosh, how long have those things been there? All my life, ever since I decided to do it. I go, cool. You want to keep those, or you want to fix them? You want to leave without them, right? And so there's two things that I think people need. Number one, they need to learn the work the antidote. If you're afraid, how can you be brave every single day, right? If you need sales, then you set 10 every single day and you become a no 0 days human and you work through it, right? You can work the antidote of every single underlying and lying thing in there. And then pretty soon you can go to where you want to go because you've disproved every doubt in there. They're done, right? You've proved that they can't exist anymore because you become an action person. Or you learn to master your second thought, right? That's the TED Talk, the new book, all the stuff that I'm bringing up is because the first thought lies to us every single day. You can't, you're not this, and so we lean into what we can't do. Second thought is pretty factual most often. Well, here's how I could, here's solutions, here's these kinds of things. And if you become a second thought human, you become a person who takes action, works the antidotes, goes to where you want.
I'm sitting here listening to you right now. Like that was some fire right there. And so that's kind of like a little like taste of what we're going to get like next week. And I'm excited. I mean, you and I have some plans next year and
we do. It's going big.
Hey, 2025, like, hey,
everybody wants it. Everybody wants the other side of the mountain.
Yeah, I'm ready. What got us here is not getting us there.
Yeah, no, you gotta. You should be scared. You should be shaking your boots. You should be feeling butterflies every single day. I always say, if I don't have those nervous butterflies, I'm being lazy. I'm doing nothing. I should be scared because I'm losing.
Yeah. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sound off of this. Danelle, you are amazing. I'm so grateful for you. I'm excited for next week. I'm so grateful for AGWS for helping us put this thing together. Big shout out to Bobby Hobbs. Bobby Hobbs is really, you got to give the credit to now. Like what I've learned is you got to just give the credit where it's due. Bobby came up with the idea of the virtual summit. I'm like, I love that idea. Let's run with it. And so he's co-hosting this. Him and I are co-hosting this. It was a brilliant innovation on his end. And I'm so grateful for that on my team. You got to recognize your team when they're knocking it out of the park. And my team is definitely knocking it out of the park. So sign up. The registration link is already below us. Danelle will be with us on Tuesday. And this event is Tuesday, Wednesday next week, 5 hours. It will be recorded. It will be archived. You've got to register. By registering, you will be able to receive that archive. You can share it with your team. You can reference at a later date. You can utilize it to study off of. I'll tell you right now, I was made fun of this week, Danelle. My feelings were hurt because I use these. I like a legal pad and I like a pen.
You can ask my daughter. That's all I use.
I was made fun of, but it's okay. It's okay.
Genius begins.
I'm going to utilize my legal pad and pen, and I don't mind getting ridiculed. So, Danelle, have an amazing rest of your day. Do you have any sounding words of wisdom, anything you want to say to the people in automotive land?
Yeah, just for all of you, right? This is one of those opportunities you say yes to. Adam, you're being generous. Thank you for bringing everybody together to do more good in this industry and for human beings. Thank you for all the good people who said, yes, it's the end of the year. Let me give back. We're all here to do more for people. And for those of you looking for this other side of the mountain, get it and share it with somebody who matters to you. Like, don't just grow never alone, right? I'm going to go to the 3 people I love most in automotive and go, hey, make sure you guys register for this. You're going to learn from this. I'm going to take notes. Thank you for putting great people in a lineup so I can learn as well. Everyone out there, I'll see you next week. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Adam, Bobby, and everybody who made it possible. I appreciate it.
I'm grateful. I'm excited. We'll sign off.